Hey, I'm Andy with IT Supplies. When you buy an EPSON SureColor R5070 or R5070L printer from IT Supplies, you can count on one of our EPSON certified technicians to come on site for unboxing, setup, calibration, and to train your team on how to operate it. In today's video, we're going to show you how the printer ships, how it's assembled, and give you some guidelines for preparing your space for the installation of your new EPSON resin printer. Today, we're going to show you the unboxing and assembly process for the EPSON SureColor R5070. When we come on site to install this printer, we spend a full day setting the printer up and getting your team ready to use it. For the purpose of this video, we're going to time-lapse the installation so that you can catch the highlights and get back to your busy day. When your new EPSON resin printer ships, the first thing you'll notice is that it comes on two 11-foot long pallets. The total weight for both pallets is over 1,500 pounds. You're going to want to make sure you have a forklift or pallet jack to move both of these pallets into position. One of the pallets contains the printer and the stand components, while the other contains the heater, the input and take-up reels, and the bulk ink cabinet. Our techs are always going to start by assembling the stand first. You can help us out by clearing enough space around the printer pallet so that the stand can be assembled long ways at the side of the pallet like you see in this video. This would mean you need an additional 10 plus feet to the immediate side of the pallet. This allows us to build the stand right next to the printer and gives the easiest and safest path to pick the printer up, move it over, and onto the stand. You also want to make sure you have about 4 feet behind the pallet and 4 feet in front of the pallet so that we can pass the carrying rods underneath the printer. These carrying rods allow for 4 to 6 people to pick up the printer and walk it like a casket up and then over and then down onto the stand. Our techs will need your help in recruiting additional muscles for this one big lift. The printer is 990 pounds. It should only take about a minute, and your team should probably stretch beforehand. Once the printer is onto the stand, our techs will secure it to the legs and begin installing the input feed reel and the take-up reel. Notice that you will need to have access to the back of the printer when loading and unloading media. When you're planning your space, EPSON recommends that you leave about 40 inches behind the printer and 40 inches in front of the printer. That comes to about 10 feet in total depth from the wall to accommodate the space behind the printer itself, and then the space in front of the printer. Of course, the printer is on casters, and we have customers that will put the printer up against the wall during operation and then wheel one end of the printer out when it's time to change a roll. In terms of the width of the printer, you'll need a minimum of 116 inches in space to fit the length of the printer. Before our techs come out, it is also important to make sure that you have the appropriate power available. If power isn't available, we can't run the necessary calibrations and confirm that everything is working as it should be. The EPSON R5070 needs two 200 to 240 volt outlets. It has two NEMA 620P cords that ship with the printer. Show this diagram to your electrician to make sure that the correct receptacles are in place before our techs are on site. This is a really important step, as the solvent printer that you may be replacing was using a standard 110 volt plug, and that's not going to work for the EPSON resin printers. While our tech continues to assemble the printer and charge it with ink, you can make sure that your PC is ready. EPSON recommends a minimum of a 4-core, 3 GHz PC with 8 gigs of RAM in order to run their EPSON Edge Print RIP. And that RIP comes for free with the printer. If you'll be running a different RIP software, please consult with the manufacturer's website or with your IT supply sales rep so that we can make sure the PC is capable of running the software. Once the printer is charged up with inks, our tech will run head alignments and feed adjustments to make sure that we are calibrated and ready to print. We'll send a test print, and if all looks good, it will be time to start training you and your team on the operation and maintenance of the printer. Plan to spend about an hour or two in front of the printer going over the ins and outs, and then another hour or so in front of your PC learning how to use EPSON Edge Print or your third-party RIP software. That should take us to the end of the day and the completion of your installation. At this point, we'll provide you with a survey so that you can give our technician a grade and confirm that we've set you up for success with your new EPSON SureColor R5070 printer. This is just the beginning of the support we provide to our customers. Your technician will only be a phone call or email away if you have questions as you get started printing. I hope this video was helpful in giving you a peek at the unboxing and installation of the EPSON R5070 printer. We know you have choices when you decide who to buy your new EPSON printer from, and we hope that you'll give us a chance to show you how our technicians deliver the best installation and training experience in the industry. For more videos showing the unboxing and installation process on other printer technologies, give us a like and leave us a comment below. You can also submit questions at itsupplies.com/questions. Each week, myself and Jeff will sit down in the studio and try to give thoughtful answers to your questions in a conversation we're calling the Extended Gamut. We hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.